left in the half. Much many guys in the box there, trying to get a great attack here.
Very good opportunity right there. Riley Rhodes created that from the sideline there, beating his defender, and then getting that ball into the danger zone there. And the goalkeeper from Warner did a great job getting some hands on it, but still we had opportunities and just wasn't able to finish.
I mean, it's opportunities that you love to see. Of course, we didn't convert on them, but it's stuff you want to see from a group of young guys, just getting in the box, being aggressive, and hopefully it results to another opportunity later down the line.
Yeah, you see Chase putting off the crossbar there, obviously very disappointed with that. You could see the frustration on him right there. Riley Rhodes, those guys putting it out there hard, but we keep having chances like that. I'll be surprised if Warner can go the rest of the game without us getting the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, and man, when you hit that crossbar, man, that's just like probably one of the most suffocating experiences that you can have as a soccer player, because it's just right there. Like, you think you put the ball in the right place, and you get it right in between the lines there, and it just hits the crossbar and bounces right back at you. A beautiful efforts there by Cole Scott, the freshman out of Spartanburg, South Carolina.
Very surprised by the stoppage there as well. Player was down, ref needed to keep him safe, but the attack was still on. We'll see how they restart this game here.
And the person coming out of the game here is Kristen Bonilla, a defender from Orlando, Florida.
Yeah, if they stop the game for you for any medical reason or any down, you have to.
He's probably going to come out.
You have to come out of the game, and I believe he could still check back in if he wanted to, but must come out of the game if the game is stopped for you in any way.
Coming in the game for Bonilla, number 27 is Jonas Koblia. Kolubli, actually. Interesting last name there, but he comes in to replace the defender. Drop ball there, and Cole tries to put it in, Hawkins tries to put it in the back of the neck and doesn't go in. Santio tries to find an opportunity there. Cole tries to hit off the head, and I believe that's an offsides call there.
So it's indirect, but why can't my guy get it?
Very good chance right there. Very nice through ball from Hoffa, and very good job for Cole to be there ready to go. Just a little eager, jumps off sides again.
And just for some more information for the viewers at home, what happened there is that since it was a kind of a mixed direction there for the play there in the box, it was a drop ball, and whoever got it just got it. Kind of like a jump ball in basketball. Pierre places the ball in the middle. Dakota with the interception. Beautiful tripling there. Gets right over to Stiefel. Acosta maintains possession.
Very good battle here. Very good possession from the Eagles.
Stiefel. It's back over to Santio. He hits the ground there, but I believe Clint Peterson recovers it.
There we go. Very nice opportunity from the Eagles, putting the ball into the box again, just in dangerous locations, just seeing if anybody can get there.
Yeah, another beautiful ball there by Clint Peterson. We've seen about 4 or 5 of those opportunities that he just gets it on the right side and just tries to send it in there like Aaron. Pierre sent a long ball there, but I believe Rivera's going to recover it.
Squeeze!
You can see Warner again skipping their midfield. That tends to be their main form of attack, because going through the midfield to ours has been very solid so far this game, actually, despite its youth and inexperience in the game. But very solid midfield from us, causing Warner to have to do these through balls and use those opportunities.
And you were correct about the situation, how the guy who did come out could come back in the game. Christian Bonilla just checked into the game.
Good to see that he's okay. Never want anybody to get hurt.
Yeah, as well as Tanner Lillian, the midfielder, coming out of Wicksville, Pennsylvania. Graduate from Myers High School. And Cleve Peterson has control of the ball. Santio tries to switch fields here and puts it right on the foot of a Warner Royal. Opportunity here, gets it closer to the box. Tries to give himself some space, and it's intercepted. Hawkins gets the ball on his foot. Back over to Cole. Ball placed in position for Acosta, but now ends up on the foot of Dakota. Riley. Rhodes. He's fighting. Rhodes in the box. Rhodes, he tries for a shot here.
Gets a corner kick for the Eagles there. Very good play from him right there. Didn't really have very many options. Took it to the baseline.
And Riley Rhodes there, low-key makes something out of nothing there and keeps fighting. And it looks like he had a lot of space, but he just keeps pursuing and he keeps pushing there. And he ends up gives a corner kick opportunity here for the Eagles.
First corner kick for the Eagles. First set possession play for the Eagles so far. Everything else has been indirect. Looks like they had a play set up for this too. Very good.
Shot there, trying to set up Clint Peterson here for the goal, but it misses.
Very good play right there. Got Clint coming towards the ball with no one in front of him. Just a very tough pass to take on the bounce like that. It's nice to see that the Eagles already have plays set up and they're using their different abilities and ready to go.
Regier switches fields, gets it all the way over to Stiefel. Stiefel over to Dakota. Great use of the midfield here. Beautiful through ball, but gets intercepted. Percival comes in there and he has the ball on his foot. Back to Pierre.
If I had to guess, I would say the Eagles have been winning the possession game so far, having the ball more of the time than Warner, but just not able to have the experience to put the ball in the back of the net like Warner does.
And Rose, I'm going to have to agree with you with that statement, especially in the second half of the first half, if you know what I mean. Kind of like on the bottom half of the last 20 to 25 minutes of the game. And another opportunity here for the Warner Eagles to attack here. Tries to get it inside. It'll be controlled by the keeper.
Very awkward play right there, bounces around. But again, Warner just using that over the top, beating a defender, and then it was just a one-on-one with them against Clinton.
Yeah, Warner feels very comfortable right now, but let me remind the viewers at home, in their last game against Point, had the lead and they just lost it. Also, let me remind the viewers as well at home, the last time when the Pensacola Christian College Eagles played against this Warner team, they were down 2-0 going into the half, and then next thing you know, they put up 3 goals and ended up winning. One thing that's beautiful about the game of soccer, 45 minutes of each half that's nonstop, and it's anyone's ball game anytime.
Yeah, soccer is a big game of momentum, and that also correlates with the whole season. The season is just a game of momentum. Even if they lose this game right here, you can still view it as starting off on a good foot with a learning experience, with learning. And if they win this game, you can just see how the guys are developing, how the guys are learning.
Clint. Ball ends up on the chest of Stiefel. He gets the long ball there, and Rhodes takes it off the chest. A lot of contact there. Surprised a foul wasn't called there. He was really close to the box.
Very nice play right there again. Good work. The Eagles are showing a lot of great individual talent, a lot of great skill, and using that to get some good passes in, some good opportunities. And again, the possession is here. It's very nice to see a team that will possess, that will push forward slowly.
And number 3, Mason Brink.
They're going to get a little bit of a midfield change here. They're going to have Samuel Berrigan and Mason Brick. Mason, the guy who played collegiate for the past 2 years for the Raiders, and one of those players who kind of shocks you. A lot of talent, super fast guy. Let's see what he does here for the last 9 minutes here of this first half.
It's good to see Mason back on the team. More experienced guys that have been here ready to go.
Mason, the guy I believe you played with during your time as Eagle. Regier with the ball in the middle of the field. Switches fields, gets it back over to the All-American.
Also see Nate getting this as a learning experience as well. I know he's not a freshman, but he is relatively new to the game time experience. And seeing him learn about that center back position, which I am kind of partial to because that's where I ended up playing 2 seasons while I was here. So just seeing him learn how vital that position is, taking it seriously and learning different positions on those through balls. It's good to see a guy learning that.
Beautiful footwork there by Clint Peterson. Gets it over to Lamont Rhodes and gets it back to Clint Peterson. It seems like Peterson wants to try to get a goal in before the half. Airs it out here, and man, that was almost an opportunity from about 40 yards out for him to get a ball in there.
Just test the keeper's hands, and then that's another great thing about having Riley Rhodes up top. Even with that ball right there, everyone is 100% sure that the keeper's just going to catch it, but not Riley Rhodes. Riley Rhodes is chasing into the box just in case that keeper miffs that catch or drops the ball. He'll be ready to get that rebound. That's something I always loved about Riley. He's always putting his 100% out no matter what.
Yeah, 13 goals, and those were just 13 goals last year that were hard, well done.
You watch his 13 goals last year and put them all in a minute clip. You're not going to see him rip a ball upper 90. You're not going to see him put a ball in the back of the net based off of beating 2 defenders and then and then baking another one for a goal. You're going to see him in the right place at the right time because he is a hustle player. He works hard. He's got the skill to be able to do what he needs to do.
And one thing that's super awesome about the fact that he was able to get 13 goals in and be on a lot of all-time stat leader lists, he's only been playing soccer for about 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, he's done well. He comes out, he tries hard, and he puts work in practice and stuff, and then makes the most of the times that he's given.
Yeah, just huge testament of hard work and a lot of grit, honestly. Percival's going to get an opportunity for a throw-in here for the Warner Eagles. Not the Warner Eagles, but the Warner Royals. Throws it on the left side of the field. Crosses it into the box. Risky moment there, but they were able to get it out. About 6 minutes left in the half, ladies and gentlemen, and Clint Peters has the ball.
Very comfortable, ready to possess right here. So just seeing the Eagles come out solid here in their first half of the season, first game. Getting to see some of the freshmen play.
Acosta having the ball on his shoulder, tries to get the through ball into Rhodes, and he gets clobbered. Tries to fight back there, and I believe that's going to be Warner possession. And it is. Percival getting a lot of those one-on-one individual battles, and he's becoming successful at it.
Yeah, he seems to be a very physical player, ready to fight for the ball.
And I believe that's a violation on the throw-in. One thing that's super interesting about throw-ins for this in soccer, I believe you have to have your back foot, or is it your front foot down at all times?
You have to have both feet on the ground at all times. Well, you have to have both feet on the ground when you throw the ball. And all the way through the throwing motion, both feet have to be behind the line. The ball has to come over your head. It's a very weird motion if you've not really done it before.
Yeah, and honestly, it's pretty impressive how soccer players can hit the ball so far. Because listen, I can throw the ball far if I'm, just getting a running start and then, just launching it like a baseball. But like with all the restrictions that they have, it's super impressive how. And now Mason Brick, forget what I was going to say, has a striking opportunity. Beautiful through ball there to Ramont Rhodes, looking for a cross here. And Rhodes-to-Rhodes connection was almost successful there, but a beautiful attack here by the Eagles.
That was a great opportunity. Got Vermont in the corner with no one in his way. Wide open. He gave a great cross, maybe a little bit more power could have been put on it to put it more centered, but great cross and great opportunity.
Yeah, and honestly, I believe their parents are watching the live stream at home. This is something that they've hoped to see. And if that goal went down, man, something that their family will be talking about for years and years to come, how the first goal of the season was from a brother-sister connection. Cole with the Meg here. Ball straight in. Cole hits the ball off his head and it sets up a goal kick for Diaga.
You can see the Eagles still constantly pushing, constantly moving. We got more possession in their front half so far, and this might be a sign of hopefully things to come in the second half with Eagles having a lot of possession, a lot of attacking chances, and hopefully getting some goals by the end of the game.
Yeah, this game kind of reminds me of the Warner game of last year. They got down early, but ever since they got down, they're just continually attacking and continually pushing, and it ended up in a win for them. Rodriguez has the ball, but Samuel runs the battle over there. That's going to remain Eagles' ball. Beautiful way not to give up on the play there. Switches fields here, gets over to Santio with a lot of room to run.
You can see some intensity here from the Eagles with a few minutes left, trying to get one in, not going into the second half.
Stiefel gets the recovery, and I believe that's a flag. Oh, not a flag, but it's going to be out of bounds.
I love the hustle there, trying to keep that ball in bounds.
Sets up another goal kick here for Diaga. Just a quick reminder for the viewers at home. For college soccer, there's not a lot of people are accustomed to having the referees add extra time, but as soon as the countdown is done, the half is over. Santiago tries to kick the ball over the air and gets it over the defender, but ends up going out of bounds. Possibly into a neighbor's yard as well.
Excuse me, lady. Could you show me the bathroom?
But Travis Rose, as we're going into the second half, what are some things that you think Coach Lewas is going to be discussing with his team?
He's going to be talking about probably possession a little bit and just keeping that ball in the midfield with some movement going forward and the speed and the pacing of the passing. He's also going to talk about those through balls. That's the only way that they've gotten their goals. We've had a costly turnover and then a through ball on both the goals, and so we'll probably be mentioning that we need to tighten it up a little bit more on the defensive end and looking at keeping our passes crisp and fast and moving in the right direction.
Mason tries to get something done with switching fields with a big through ball, but that gets intercepted by Purcell.
Coach will probably end up saying something about communication as well. It's been pretty quiet on the field for the Eagles so far. That was something he really pushed when I was here playing, and just loved the communication from different guys that were willing to step up, take a big lead on the team, a good role, and verbally communicate with everybody on where they need to be.
Beautiful interception there by Nate Regier. And it sets up an opportunity for a through ball by Vermont Rhodes, and it gets intercepted by Pierre.
I've really liked what I've seen so far from our freshmen. Cole's done a great job since he's gotten into the game. He only sat for the first 15, but then he was ready to go. And then the same thing with Acosta. I've really liked what I've seen so far from him. And then Chase has been in the right place at the right time in the midfield there. Same thing with Dakota. I've really liked what I've seen so far from just a brand new freshman and coming in, playing some different positions against a tough team. This is not a cupcake team that Coach scheduled for our first game. And
opportunity in the box. Riley Rhodes gets the opportunity to get it in, and I believe the offsides is called.
Again, just a little eager. Those bugs are going to be there for the whole first game for sure, probably. Maybe a couple games in. Guys are just ready to go. These guys have been doing conditioning, just running and practicing for a couple weeks now, and now they're ready to play. And guys will be jumping off sides for a little bit just out of the excitement, the eagerness, and being ready to go.
18 seconds left in the remainder of the half, and as you said, what a first game for a lot of these freshmen to get into.
10,
not just
9,
not just an NAI
7,
competition game,
6,
but a game against a
5,
D1 team in
4,
our
3,
in our association for our gameplay. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the half. 2-1 for the Warner Royals, and we're going to go ahead and take a break real quick as the teams take a break as well. We'll be back with more content for you guys as well.
Carlos, bathroom? You know where it is?
You only have one life. What are you going to do with it? How are you going to influence your world for Christ? This is a place where you can be empowered to fulfill God's calling and pursue your passion.
Working as a physical therapist, it is a ministry all its own to just build a relationship with the people. I mean, that's my ultimate goal, is I want to help people get better.
I want to go to law school, get into a cybersecurity program. That way I can incorporate both programming and law, protecting companies from cybercrime.
I love being around people, and I love learning about people. I knew that with nursing, it wasn't just about helping people physically, like it was helping them spiritually too. That's what's important in life.
As I began to pray more, God, I have a huge decision to make. Where am I going to go to school? I only have one life. What do you want me to do with it? And he began to show me that what I enjoy doing can be used for his honor and for his glory. God led me to Pensacola Christian College to pursue my passion for finance through a biblical perspective.
I had told my pastor before coming here, I was like, I don't really like school, but I know I need to go for nursing. So I'm gonna go and I'll have to study really hard, and I just didn't really look forward to it. But now, like on my third year, learning is so much fun. And I didn't feel like that freshman year.
I'll look back and I'll be like, man, I remember I used to struggle with that. And then maybe a freshman looks at what I'm doing and they're like, what are you even looking at? I'm like, this is easy stuff.
Incrementally, we're ready to do more, we're ready to face more, and to say, this may not be the easiest thing I've ever done, but it's the most rewarding thing I've ever done.
Last summer, I did an internship in Germany in a genetics lab, and I was able to use the techniques and tools I had learned in the labs here over there, and it made so much more sense because I already knew what I was doing and why I was doing it.
I think teaching is communicating facts, but I think the bottom line for me with teaching is connecting the material so the students not only know it, but appreciate it and also know how to use it.
My teaching isn't about me, it's about where God is taking each individual student down the road.
We have great faculty and they honestly inspire me. Seeing all of these faculty members who have doctorates, you can definitely see what they've learned reflected through what they teach.
They'll constantly tell you, if you need something, come talk to me. I've had teachers other places and they'll say that, but if you go up to them, they don't really want to give you the time or try to respond. And here, it's just totally different. You can just have a really good teacher-student relationship.
The faculty are saying it's going to take hard work and dedication to be the best at whatever you're doing for God's glory. That philosophy will always work.
Sometimes they'll ask us, what verse do you think would apply to this? How a verse would relate to a situation.
Biblical worldview is seeing all of my life through what God has shown us in Scripture.
And that's one of the reasons why I chose PCC in the first place, is to have faculty that love God to help me further my spiritual walk with Christ.
If my goal is to be in the will of God, it helps so much to know that my teacher has that same goal.
Everything that I see here is Christ-centered. Their main purpose is, we want you to see more of Jesus Christ. That is what I see in PCC.
Why is PCC here? It's to change lives to make them more like Christ. I hope that I can just have a little part of molding and shaping them like the Lord Jesus Christ.
They want students to come out of PCC and to make an influence and an impact on the world. I think their goal really is to change the world, and they do it one student at a time.
As president of PCC, I want you to know that we're committed to providing an excellent liberal arts education that's built upon the foundation and truths of God's Word. We won't compromise on biblical principles, and our purpose is to equip you for whatever it is God's called you to do. Make the most of this opportunity in life, and choose the college that best prepares you for that calling. PCC has so much to offer. We're located just minutes from the beautiful sugar white sands and emerald waters of Pensacola Beach. We're known for providing the best education value among accredited Christian colleges. And we have great facilities and activities that'll provide memorable experience to your college life. So as you think to the future and think about choosing a college, don't just choose a college because of its location, near home or by the beach. Don't just choose a Christian college because it's affordable like PCC is. And don't just choose a college because your friends go there and it looks like a fun place to attend. Choose a Christian college because God's called you there. Because that place will empower you to influence the world for Christ in whatever God's called you to do.
Dedicated leaders rise to the challenges of business management. It takes skill and effort to grow your team, lead your company, and expand your reach. Sharpen your skills and gain a competitive edge with an MBA from Pensacola Christian College. Real-life problems are answered from a biblical perspective to enhance your management and leadership qualities. Dedicated faculty and challenging classes give you the tools to reach your professional goals. Fit your master's degree into your schedule with the flexibility of quality online education, giving you the chance to apply what you learn immediately to your career. Start your journey today with flexible payments.
gentlemen, welcome back to the beautiful Pensacola, Florida. A little windy today, but we have a really exciting matchup for you guys against the Warner University Royals and Pensacola Christian College Eagles. Al Chalmers alongside with two-time national champion and Michigan native Travis Rose. Travis, tell me about this game that we have here today.
So far, it just looked like a good learning experience for the Eagles. Learning about what's dangerous, what's not. I mean, getting guys' experience is what's key today. I mean, you'd love to win, obviously, but the experience is key, and making sure that it's the learning is a gain and the lessons are absorbed. You don't want to have this be a wasted game just because you end up losing or you're down or however this game turns out, but you want it to be a good experience because the guys are learning for sure.
Very insightful comments that you just mentioned there. Eagles are down early so far, but what do you think the Eagles have to do in order to maintain to be competitive?
Right now, they're just doing a good job. They seem like they were finally getting in the groove there towards the end, so if they can start this half on that groove, that'd be great. Getting the ball, moving forward, good through balls, also mixing that with good possession. They're doing a great job. Clint comes up into the attack sometimes, and then Riley Rhodes is getting very dangerous up there as well because he was playing the wing and got moved up because Stiefel came in and took the wing position from him so he could move up. But just keeping that from the get-go. Don't need some time to get going or warm up. Just come at Warren or hard and then see what happens.
Very good insightful comments you had here. We saw Clint Peterson coming up a lot from the spot there, just try to work the ball up a little bit. You think we're going to be seeing a lot more of that in the first half? Second half?
I hope to see some of it, but it is also a give and take situation because when he comes up, that is also very dangerous with Warner liking those through balls. Clint is the most experienced guy back there, and he's very solid at stopping those and being in the right place. So him going up takes him away from all of that, so we might get a chance to score, but then that can transition very quickly into Warner getting a great chance to score.
Great. And speaking of transitions, we've seen a really solid team like Warner get great leads in the first half. And another example is when we played them the first time, they were up 2-0 in the first half, and then we came back and won, and a guy like Anthony Ruiz was able to get his first goal. And Warner playing against Point University last week when they were up 3-0 and a game like 3-0, you think you're really comfortable, but then they end up tying that game. What do you think Warner has to do in order to confidently, hopefully walk away with the win?
They just have not used their midfield at all this game, and really using some more possession and keeping the ball a little bit longer than these through balls will give you a chance not only to get good opportunities to score, but if you are possessing the ball, what does that mean? That means the other team doesn't have the ball. They can't score if they don't have the ball. So just keeping the ball away from the Eagles would be a great opportunity for them to maybe keep this lead and get going, but let's hope that does not happen.
Interesting thing you just said there. When the midfield has the ball, they're leading. You know what I mean? They don't have to continue to try to work the ball to the field. They can just maintain a comfortable position, just not necessarily to sit back because the Eagles are going to come hard and ready. But they can necessarily play a little bit more comfortable this half instead of playing like they're down 2 instead of being up 2.
Yeah, we'll see how the Eagles come out here. I really hope to see some aggression and some movement because, I mean, they don't have anything to lose, really. This is their first game of the season. It's not a conference game for them. Just come out and play hard, get the learning experiences, get some goals, hopefully, and we'll see how the guys show up in the second half here.
The starters for the second half is a little bit more different for the Eagles. I believe Warner's going to go back to their regular starting 11, but for the Eagles, we have Stiefel coming in. We have Cole Scott instead of Ken Augustine starting over in the left. And we also have, I believe, Acosta playing in the midfield. What do you think? Oh, and also Dakota's back in the game as well. What do you think the little bit of switches that we have to our midfield is going to aid us to when we're talking about holding onto the ball and stuff?
I was just talking at halftime with the guy that used to be in charge of all that we're doing up here, Noah Ferrari, and he was just talking about how he loves Stiefel coming in and letting Riley Rhodes be up top to just be in the right place to score. And I couldn't agree more with him. I think that's a great chance. Stiefel does great on the wing out there as well. Really hard player. And then Riley Rhodes up top, again, is not going to get the ball and beat 2 defenders and score. But what is he going to do? He's going to hustle as hard as he can. He's going to be in the right place at the right time. And as he showed from last season, he's going to put the ball in the back of the net, and that's what matters.
And, man, talk about the way that man just runs towards the bottom of the net. Who else would you rather have on at that striker position? And speaking of the people up top, we have Cole Scott in the beginning, who's a little bit of a sub-in for Ken Augustine. What do you think the difference that he's going to make with him starting in the half?
I think Scott just earned it in the last 30 minutes that he just played. He came in. I had never seen him before. I didn't know who he was, and I really liked what I saw from him for 30 minutes. He created opportunities on his side of the field, so we were able to use both sides, not just Stiefel's, but his as well, and I really liked what I saw, and we'll see how he does.
I also loved what I just saw right there. Austin Brinkley almost had a wide open opportunity with the keeper, and Nate Regier came here with the beautiful stop in order to prevent that.
We're starting a lot of the new players that I thought did really well in the first half here. Like, I really liked Angel Acosta. I think he did a great job, and he just needs some more time to get comfortable and some more touches. I really liked what we also saw from the two midfielders, Dakota and Chase. I think they were doing great. Chase had a couple great opportunities, not easy to put in by any means, but got the foot on the ball and was able to put it towards the net. So I like what we've seen so far, and I like the starting lineup coach is using in the second half.
Stiefel with the ball. Beautiful ball. Crosses over to Cole. And let's see what he does here. Tries one attempt and it gets blocked.
Good attempt from him for sure. Way to be there as well. Great pass from, who passed that? Was it Stiefel?
Yeah, Stiefel just cuts it right through the field.
Great through from Stiefel. Love to see it.
Warner boots it out towards Clint Peterson, and he tries to recover it.
This is what I wanted to see. Within the first 5 minutes, the Eagles have the possession, and we're the ones on the attack, keeping Warner on their back foot, hopefully able to get a goal here or two before the half gets too far underway.
For those wondering, we're getting a little bit more of a higher view here. Travis, we just took a little bit of an interesting tour towards the upper level of the field here, and just to provide you guys the best views possible we can. One thing that we're loving to see is that the Eagles are kind of taking more of the driver's seat position in this game right now, Travis.
Yeah, they look like they're coming out hard, ready to play. You don't see too many new faces from Warner, so fatigue might start becoming a factor. It's not too hot, not too humid. The sun's not out at the moment, so fatigue might not become as big of a deal, but using a lot of players from the Eagles will help for sure.
Beautiful cross right to Brinkley, and he boots it right out of bounds. Taking another goal kick for the goalkeeper, Adam Lund.
Hoffa did a great job right there, staying with his man, not getting sucked into the play.
Very interesting for this goal kick. Actually, no, it's a corner, actually.
Yeah, it looked like it came off of Hoffa last. Hoffa was in front of that play. Great positioning, but, I mean, this is a sacrifice you make for not letting a goal.
For the corner kick, we have Dawson Johnson in the corner, the guy who scored the first goal off the reflection. Let's see what he can do here in order to try to get the ball into the box. Here comes the in-swinger, and Regier plays it well, and I believe there's another violation making it now Eagles ball.
Sorry, folks, but that's the second time Warner's done that on a corner kick, and I do not know what the call is. The ref doesn't make any signals. He just points the other direction as the ball comes into the box. I mean, there's no offsides raised because there's no offsides on a corner. I mean, I don't know what's going on.
Well, Travis, is there any type of violation that you could receive during a corner kick, or?
Yeah, I mean, just being too physical and then pushing. I mean, everything is still available, but I don't know what those two calls have been. It's been the same thing twice. So a couple of interesting facts from the first half that we have here with our stat sheets. The Eagles did have more shots in that first half than Warner did, and that just seems pretty interesting since they've got more balls in the back of the net.
Thank you so much for providing that stat for us. And it just shows pure aggression. You know what I mean? You can get more attempts in, but it seems that Warner, I don't want to say they got lucky, but they're, as you say all the time, are just in the right place in the right time. Just like the first play, which was the reflection off of Lund, and then the second play where Sessa came in and just put it right in the back of the net, just off practically an open goal.
Yeah, we do have 8 shots from that first half, but a lot of those shots were not the highest quality that you're looking for from the opportunity itself. They were volleys, or they were difficult headers or different things. So looking at maybe getting some solid opportunities here in this half would be good.
Peterson with the ball. Gets it inside to Acosta. Acosta gets the ball intercepted from him, and Dawson Johnson takes control. Put it up in the middle of the infield.
He's a lefty, Nate.
Swings it inside, tries to cross it here. And beautiful save here.
That right there was exactly what we had talked about, though. You saw Clint carry the ball up past half field, up the field, and then it's a one-on-one with Nate in the back. Gotta stop his man for sure.
Scary opportunity there, because that was against a guy, De Silva, who he has the opportunity to put it in the back of the net practically whenever he wants to.
That is one of the things that they need to give and take, though. I mean, we need Clint to make some of those pushes if we want to have good chances to score, especially already being down 2-0. But it is just a give and take, and you got to be very careful.
Hoffa receives the ball here, gets it back to Clint Peterson. Peterson looking to get the ball into the box here to Cole. And Diago, the goalie, takes the collection.
Does a good job coming off his line there. Another good look, though, from the Eagles. I don't think Cole was quite expecting that through ball. Wasn't quite on the step as quick as I'd like to see, but a good idea, good play. I just think, again, need more communication. I can hear Warner yelling, hear them communicating to each other. You don't hear very much lingo from the Eagles talking to each other here.
Yeah, and that can come into that can play into part to the simple fact that Warner's probably more of a not necessarily experienced team, but a way older team. But beautiful opportunity to get into the box there. But Diago gets another reception.
But yeah, exactly like you were saying, the vocal communication really comes with experience, not only with experience in your age from how long you've been playing freshman to senior year, but experience with knowing what needs to be communicated, knowing when it needs to talk, just having time on the field.
Santillo has the ball now in the middle of the field. Defender on him. Makes a beautiful move to get past him and gets it over to Hawkins.
I feel like the spacing is very good this half from the Eagles. You can see a lot of lanes, a lot of open opportunities. Ball pass up to Stiefel. Very good job by Warner, though, to tackle that, to dispossess Stiefel there.
Austin Brinkley gets the ball to Devin Ingley. Huge battle over there on the left side of the field, and I believe that's going to remain taken with the Warner Eagles. Not the Warner Eagles, but the Warner Royals. Going right to Eduardo da Silva, the transfer from Dodge Community College. And great stop by the freshman Cole Scott here. He's coming out this half very much aggressive. Tries to swing it inside here. Warner gets a great touch here. Well done. Beautiful save there by Dakota in order to clear the ball. Creates a throwing opportunity for Stiefel. Gets it over to Dakota.
I really like that right there. The Eagles had 2 or 3 people stepping towards the ball, giving the thrower really good chances to look to find a good pass, especially when it's in your back third like that. A throw-in can be very dangerous.
Gets the ball to Clint Peterson in the middle.
The Eagles are playing with good possession as well as good urgency. They're not over the top. They're not freaking out about needing to score. They're only 10 minutes into the second half here. The urgency will have to come later, but
Santillo gets it over. And I believe that we do have a check in Rob, the freshman.
And then we do have another freshman on the other left side over there that I don't believe we mentioned yet. Number 5, Daniil Marenkov, I believe is how you'd say that last name. But
yeah, he's a freshman from Kazakhstan, a country bordering, I believe, Russia.
Yeah, he actually had a rough time getting to school. He had a lot of flight delays, and I was talking to Coach about it. And he finally got here, actually, I think 2 days ago. And so Coach kept him out for the first half, I believe, but Coach was really excited to have him on the team, excited to have him here, and was ready to get him here for some game time.
And one thing that's really great about having Daniel in the game, and it allows Rafa to play up one of his natural positions.
Yeah, so having him at that left back position, he is new, and the team's got to get used to having him back there. He's got to get used to being out there with the team, but it'll be good as the season progresses to get guys in their natural positions.
Power on Brinkley there gives Clinton an opportunity to get the ball to the box. Diago clips it up in the air, and Colchester gets a head on it, and I believe there's a foul in the box, I believe.
I believe offsides was called. I don't know how it's possible. But you saw that experience from Clint right there. Very quick play, knowing that that foul was called. Don't give the defense time to set up.
And one thing that's beautiful about that play is because normally when you're in a situation when you get a penalty called or a violation called, people take their time, people wait to set up, but Clint he just sent the ball and created another opportunity for his team to get a chance to score.
We have head-to-head contact here, I believe, between our center back, Nate, and defender from Warner, Eduardo da Silva. but it looks like just a little head-to-head contact on that header opportunity right there.
Huge collision there. Let's take a few moments of a break in order for them to figure out what's going on with him.
Where did he put his bag? Did he carry his out here? Steven? Yeah, it should be over by the table. Oh, okay.
Sub 22. Yeah, we are. We're not going to charge the sub. Coach, sub 21. We're not going to charge the sub. All right. So we can bring him on. He can come back on without losing the sub for that play. All right. Let's go, guys. Not charge the subs.
It's true.
We got 22, 21.
Make a note of that. Just where did it hit you?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Recently, we just subbed in Salvador Pracar in order to, and we just arranged a couple things in the midfield, but everything's still good, and the two guys just were able to just come out of the field. And Warner's taking no time to waste to get another attack in.
For the Eagles, that can be a costly injury because Nate was playing the center back position, and we're just waiting for Anthony Ruiz to get some stuff figured out, I believe with credits or something maybe. He is currently ineligible for this game, so just waiting for something with credits. Or
Another shot towards the goal, and beautiful attempt by Cole. He's playing very aggressive. Let's see how Warner does on the counter. Beautiful through ball here. Gets a shot on goal, and Adam with the beautiful save. And we have another player down. I believe Cole on that last attack got hit in the box, and no call, but he's going to be down for a little bit.
But like I was saying, we are down a center back right now with Anthony Ruiz not being eligible at the moment, and Nate was already kind of the substitute for him, waiting for him to come back. And so Nate getting injured forces some weird transitions, and like you said, we had to move Dakota back and bring in someone else for the midfield. It's a weird situation right now, but with another injury.
Yeah, it puts us in very unfortunate circumstances. Let's take a quick break once again in order for them to figure out what's going on in the field.
Coming in for the Eagles is number 3, Mason Brink.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Sorry, super sorry for the mix-up there. That wasn't actually Cole Scott. That was Chase Hawkins, another freshman here. So many new freshmen here. We have to get them accustomed here to Pensacola Christian College. But Mason Brink, the senior, comes in to substitute for him. Places him in the midfield. Warner tries to feed the ball into the middle. Sends it back. Beautiful one-touch pass there by Johnson, and Clint Peterson with a beautiful slide tackle there. Stephen with control of the ball, gets it over to Mason Brink. And Travis, what a play made there by Clint Peterson. Not going to be scored in the stat sheet, but man, just the way he influences the grain is incredible.
Yeah, very, very good heads-up move right there. He's very good at closing those down, and that's something we can look forward to other guys picking up in the future.
Some would say that was a very veteran move by him. And it's kind of crazy because it was just yesterday he came in as a freshman. Mason Brink with the ball in the midfield. Sends it over to Clint. He's playing higher than usual, but dribbles the ball all the way to Riley Rhodes. Smart idea, but sets up an opportunity for Warner to have a throw-in. Still a 2-0 ball game, and Pensacola is still trying their hardest to try to get on the board here.
Another player down on the field here.
Let's see if the trainer's going to have to come out for this one. I can't really see from here who it is, but
they had to stop the game for him, so he's got to come out.
He has to come out.
He doesn't want to come out. He doesn't understand. If the ref has to stop the flow of the game for an injury, you have to come out.
It's super unfortunate due to the rules, but protocols are protocols. And I believe Danny Vidal, the senior forward, is going to be coming in. And the player coming that's getting checked is Pedro Lawrence Cotto and Riley Bahalski. Not Riley Bahalski, man. I'm going to be messing up that one all season. But Riley Rhodes checks in for, comes out in place for Danny Vidal to play at middle side. How efficient do you believe that Danny Vidal is going to be in order for him to play in the middle?
I think it'll be good for Danny. He's been working really hard all the years that he's been here, and he's ready to go. Hopefully he'll be able to show off some of the things he's been working on this year, some of the skills he's got.
Oh, almost got a little mix up there with the 10 here. Super aggressive move there by Clint Peterson, but everyone's okay. But, oh, they gave him a yellow for that one. That was pretty interesting.
So the ref right there giving a yellow card to a player on Warner's bench for unsportsmanlike conduct when Clint was going over on the sidelines there in that little mix-up.
Interesting situation right there. This is the first yellow card of the season, and what a way to get it there.
Yeah, get it as a bench player.
Man, don't know which bench player it is, but imagine this is like your first away game tour, and hey, Mom, I got a card, a yellow card.
I have more cards than I have minutes on the field.
Wow, beautiful there.
Tragic. But yeah, it's just, hopefully the ref doesn't continue with weird situations like that, but he felt it was necessary. I'm glad he made the decision. But
interesting setup here in the backfield. We have Dakota and we also have Clint playing the two center back positions. It's kind of interesting because we have not necessarily, I want to say, our star player, but our experienced veteran and a freshman. How do you think this is going to be effective for us in the back line?
I think it'll be good for the games that are coming. But again, I feel like we are just trying to hold out until Anthony gets back. He will be the main player back there in that center back position. So just trying to make things work until we can get what we're really looking for.
And talk about chemistry that both of these guys have. I mean, Clint Peterson and Anthony play travel ball together. I mean, imagine just being in a situation where you can play travel ball with somebody that you play college soccer with. And the freshman from Kazakhstan tries to move inside, gets a shot on goal, but it misses. Aggressive move there by the freshman, though.
15 minutes into the half here. I like what I've seen from both sides. Not too many position opportunities for PCC. I think we will have to start taking more risks in a few minutes here, making some more things happen to try to get some more goals. But again, just a good learning experience for everybody. Warner's played a really good game so far. Good possession. Good attacks. They haven't really possessed as much, but their attacks have been solid, quick, and very strong.
Pierre with the beautiful ball over, try to get into the box. But Dakota gets to stop there. Dakota, a freshman from
Coming
Arizona.
in for the Eagles is 10, Samuel Berrigan, and 11, Ked Augustin.
And Ked Augustin comes in for the left side here, the freshman from Cap Haitian. And one thing that's super interesting about Ked Augustin is because I'm actually a Haitian myself, and Ked Augustin played high school for the rival school that my family owns. And, I mean, don't get me wrong, our school always won, but it's super cool to see an Eagles player from the same place that my family's from. And Travis, I'm sure you probably had your fair share of high school rivals you've crossed paths with, whether from people that you've seen here at Pensacola Christian College or people you've played against. And Mason Brink gets an opportunity to get the ball on his backside, but he misses it. Beautiful passing display here by Warner. He gets the ball back to Diago, the keeper. He'll launch it, it'll go out of bounds. Might be a golden opportunity for the Eagles to try to get a nice attack and probably find something to get to the back of the net.
Yeah, it looks like Coach has got everyone pushed up a little higher. It looks like that's his new, the new thing for right now. Just play a little bit higher, play a little bit more aggressive, and I mean risk a quick counterattack. But if you want to get goals, you got to be able to risk something.
Clint Peterson with the one touch to Picard. Back on the foot of Peterson. Peterson skips the ball all the way to Sancio. Back to Picard.
Warner seems to do a really good job of suffocating that ball in the midfield. They're pressuring the back line, but we're handling that well. But then that suffocating pressure that they put on the midfield seems to be something that we're struggling to break through.
Nevertheless, though, it seems like Pensacola Christian College is definitely dominating the time of possession in this half. Don't necessarily have accurate numbers on me, but it just shows by the play that we're able to see. Opportunity for an attack here. Sancio in the box. Could have took him himself. Danny Vidal for a shot at the goal, but he misses.
I feel like that was a little too unselfish play right there, actually. That last pass seemed to be a bit too much. Would have loved to just see a shot on goal. But really great play right there. Really good job getting it into the box right there. Having a very dangerous opportunity.
Also, smart substitution there by Coach Lewas by putting Daniel Vidal in a situation where he can get a shot on goal here.
Yeah, I really liked the movement there. I think it was just one pass too many. And Danny tried to do the best with that volley opportunity he had at the end, but those are always very difficult.
Forwards playing extremely high here. We have, I believe, Picard, Samuel, and Danny Vidal playing. Oh no, it's Kedley, Samuel, and Stiefel playing at the top. Long ball for Stiefel, and he gets the opportunity.
I like that, willing to take it back a little bit for some possession, get the rest of the team up. Just need to play it quick because Warner's getting guys back.
Clint Peterson with a beautiful move in order for him to advance the ball. On the foot of Sancio, he gets the ball inside. On the foot of Daniel Vidal, he gets another shot at the goal and misses wide right.
Danny's put a lot of work in through his time here all over the years, and even right here you can see he's just in the right place, and he's got really good ability with putting touches on the ball.
And although these weren't goals, this is beautiful opportunities to try to get the ball almost as like an airmail into the box.
Yeah, it seemed like right after those first 15 minutes, the Eagles have really seen that the intensity needs to pick up with down 2 goals with only 30 minutes left.
Clint Peterson would control the ball, and the Eagles are looking to advance it. Peterson. Long ball to Sancio. Actually, no, to Stiefel. Let's see if he can get a foot on it. And he does, and he gets fouled in the box.
Looks like it'll be called right outside the box there.
Ah, man. Let's see where he calls it.
It'll just be like a really short corner kick from this type of position. Yep, calling it right outside the box. Looks like it'll be a basically just a short corner.
Man, truly, the game of soccer is a game of inches. If he was just literally a foot inside, he would have been looking just at a free kick. Him and Diago, head to head.
Very nice pass there from Clint. Again, just everyone's pushing up right now. We're into the last 30 minutes of the game here. The guys understand. Great learning experience here, but you'd really like to win the game, get some goals.
The graduate assistant, Santiago, will take the short kick. Gets it over to Daniel. Barragan gets the opportunity at the goal. Beautiful shot on goal, but Diago will take the recovery.
Diago did a great job right there, not only to save it, but to possess it. Grabs it, keeps his hands on it. That was very dangerous. Lots of bodies in the box. Great job. Great pass there. Good header back in by Mason since it was a little long.
Ball back on Clint Peterson's foot. Called the foul there, but Santiago will kick it back over to Peterson. Cross coat to Dakota. Dakota, the long ball, but no one's there. Ball bounced off the head of Picard. Dawson Johnson with the ball on his foot. Tries cutting through the defense. And a beautiful ball set up for an opportunity to get in the back of the net, and it's wide right.
Beautiful pass right there. And try to keep it near post there to get past Adam. Very hard angle.
Veteran move there by Dawson Johnson, the senior.
But beautiful pass right there. Eagles have to be careful. We are pushing high to get some goals. It is needed, but some of those risks are great.
Santiago. Not Santiago, but Clint Peterson. Ball on his foot. Gets it over to Santiago. Danny Vidal in the midfield. Gets over to Peterson. Over to Sam. Sam actually being the youngest player in Eagles history to ever score a goal. Gets over to Ket Augustin. Almost loses the ball there, and I believe it's going to remain Warner's possession.
Huge substitution here from Warner.
Almost like a hockey switch.
Coming in for the Eagles is number 25, Alex Dickey. Correction, number 24, Cameron Howard.
Cameron Howell checks in. A freshman from Alpine, Tennessee.
And then Warner here basically putting in a line change. Looks like they're putting in their second string here, giving them some chance to play as well. With about 20 minutes left to go in the second half.
With about 20 minutes left to go, Warner is looking pretty comfortable. Hopefully they can get their first win for the season here. And what first two games they've had? One game tie, one game win, one game a win. They played a super competitive conference in the Sun Conference. An NAIA conference that's been around for 32 years, and we play even a couple of their competitors in that conference this season, such as Weber International, Southeastern, and even Ave Maria. Heading towards the 70th minute in this contest, and the Eagles are still trying to push to get something in the back of the net.
Cameron Howard pressuring here. First time in the game, first time wearing the Eagles uniform on the field. It's good to see just another face out there, somebody else that could potentially grow up here in the program and turn into a really great player for Coach.
Beautiful cross here by the Eagles. Now it's on the foot of Ponche Pierre. Intercepted by Samuel on the foot of Vidal.
Really good play right there. Just missed touch there by Samuel.
Honestly, great idea if he would have got the ball just slightly a bit in front of him.
Really good run from Cam in there. We are pushing up. We're trying to be aggressive. Coming into the final third of this half, I mean, have nothing to lose other than just push forward, try to get some goals.
Marin Kapla checked into the game. Marin was actually the top assist leader for this team here last year. Quite interesting that he's coming in at the 70th minute being up 2-0. Long ball for Sancio. No one's back there.
Got it out of our side here. Good chance for the Eagles to push up. Take back some space from the other team.
Ked Augustine challenging Warner and gets the possession. Mason Brink with the ball on his foot. And crosses it over. Daniel from Kazakhstan takes a shot at the goal. Almost in there.
Really great opportunity there. Ball bouncing around, a great favor for the Eagles there, but really good possession opportunity. Another good save.
Coming in for the Eagles, number 12, Ramont Rhodes.
Ramont Rhodes checking back into the game for the freshman from Kazakhstan. One thing that's super interesting that I realized is that we practically have players from all over. Normally in previous years, we've had people from certain areas, such as probably a lot from Ohio or a lot from Brazil. But for this Eagles team, we have players from 8 different countries and 13 different states. That's unbelievable. Oh, Ked Augustine tried to get the back tap and almost hits to the left side of the goal.
Very good opportunity there, going in for the back heel attempt. Looked good, but again, goalkeeper for Warner is just standing on his head to keep us out of the game.
Coming in for the Eagles, number 15, Cole Scott.
Cole Scott checks in for Ked Augustine. He comes up lipping. But Diago, in his first start of the year, might be hosting his first shutout unless the Eagles come and try to put something in the back of the net. In the 73rd minute of this contest, and Mason Brink is challenging. Warner with the ball in the midfield.
A little sloppy the last couple of minutes there from the Eagles, but just trying to push up and be aggressive. Just a little sloppy on the defensive end here.
Warner gets a beautiful pass from the middle, but that's intercepted. Clint Peterson gets the ball to the middle. Beautiful shot. That was about 4 yards deep. Picard gets over to Mason Brink. Back to Peterson, over to Dakota. Eagles with not a lot of time to operate. They're trying to get an attack, and Warner's also trying to get an attack as well. Into the box. And the Eagles recover. Danny Vidal with the opportunity to put it in front of Cole Scott, but he doesn't.
Does a great job to keep possession, gives the Eagles a good chance to step up into the play here so we bring more attackers in.
The freshman from Kazakhstan, beautiful pass inside. And Kamen, the freshman from Tennessee, gets plowed inside. Surprised there was no call there, Travis. The Eagles putting in a really big effort towards the last 15 minutes of this contest. Not 15 minutes, but just a shy under, I believe, 15 to 16.
Yeah, just looked like a physical play in the box there with Kamen. Nothing really too crazy. Just got in his way, though. It could have been an obstruction call, but ref decided it was no. I feel like he doesn't want to give a PK here. I feel like he just wants to wait till it's just outside the box to give him stuff like this again. But another dangerous short corner here for the Eagles.
Kick's going to be received by Mason Brink. And talking about that play right there, it's the job of the referee not just to call the play, but just to allow it to still remain competitive in some type of fashion. Shot at the goal here. Samuel tries a shot, and that is wide left.
Those volleys are just so difficult. We've given it about 4 or 5 tries here today. I mean, those volleys are so hard to hit right and hit on target with power. like to see maybe a possession touch and maybe even look for a pass if somebody closes down or get a little bit better shot.
Coming into the game is Riley Rhodes and I believe Chase Hawkins for the last 13 minutes of this contest. Actually 14 minutes. The clock that you guys are seeing here on your screens just a tad bit off. And Diago boots it towards the middle of the field. Great effort there by the freshman from Kazakhstan, Daniel, but just gets a hand on there. Kazakhstan, a country just, I believe, just south of Russia. And man, he had one book of flights just to get over here, Travis.
Yeah, he had a rough trip coming over. His flight was delayed for almost 12 hours from, I believe, from Moscow to New York. I mean, just a very difficult time getting here with flights, but he showed up with almost no experience with the team so far. Got here a couple days ago, and he's already showing that it looks like he's going to be a good addition.
Shot into the box, and it gets collected by the keeper, Adam.
Another thing I'm liking to see right here is the Eagles are playing with some intensity, but they're not out of control. They're showing that they clearly are intent on trying to get an attack going, trying to get in the back of the net, but they're not going out of control. They're not just sprinting around, losing their heads. They're still putting in good passes, still giving good attempts at possession. Something you like to see.
Warner has the ball in a beautiful position here. And I believe that is a foul or a violation. Can't really tell. The referees are not really communicating what's going on here.
I believe they were trying to get out of bounds call for a long time. Just Warner wasn't stopping play, and the ref wasn't blowing his whistle either.
Bakar.
Bakar seemed to be having a struggle here with understanding the touches and the pace of the game here in the midfield.
I mean, it's kind of interesting because he kind of played not necessarily midfield last year, but he kind of played kind of like that upper back position. And now he's getting a whole new position. How do you think he's going to have to learn how to adjust?
Well, it's a lot quicker where he's at right now. He sometimes just lets the ball roll by him without giving it a touch, and you just can't do that here. You have to get it on your foot, close to your body, know where it's going. You let it roll by, someone is collapsing on you, and you're not going to be able to get it back. And then also with just turning and speed, he's got to turn and know where he's going to go. He turns and just gets collapsed on.
I mean, over the years, we've just had so many talented midfielders. Like a personal friend of yours, Paul Stewart, don't necessarily know the stats from him on the top of my head, but a guy like Dan D'Souza, who decided not to come back this year, was top 10 in the nation in assists with 11 assists last season. I mean, who do you think is a guy who can possibly step up?
I think we're looking at some of them right here. We've got some of the freshmen that hopefully can step into these really important roles on the team. But it's just going to be what the season will show. I mean, these guys are going to have a long season with lots of games, and it's going to be quick, but we'll see what they can learn and how they can develop.
And it's not necessarily like we want them just to step up, but like how do we imply that, what do they need to do for them to fulfill that role, and not just by, okay, let's get this role done in the middle of the season, but just to be quick, fast, and in a hurry?
I mean, it's just going to be what Coach puts into practice, and then also how much he applies these game experiences. They're learning today that this game is quick, and if Coach can keep reiterating that and keep it in the front of their minds, they'll practice like that, and they'll just get better consistently.
What a clear there by Warner. Hey, that was almost a good old souvenir for our good old guy, Travis Rhodes. Hey, maybe you could have got that one off your top of your head, kind of, soccer style, Clint Peterson in the back advances the ball forward, tries to get something going for Riley Rhodes, but to no avail. In the 80th minute of this contest, and the Eagles are trying to punch in one goal here. Maybe an opportunity here. Riley Rhodes gets a foot on it and almost gets it in the back of the net. And just like how you said, Travis, Riley's not a type of guy to just, go through and break everyone's ankles and make a bunch of people, but Riley is a guy that's just going to go for those long balls and try to get in the back of the net.
Right there, Clint put it long, and Riley literally took one touch, and it was a shot. And
yeah.
Just missed by about 6 inches going over the back line. Hard angle to put on frame too, but gave it a great go. He's just in the right place at the right time, and sometimes ends up putting the back of the net.
And just solidifying the fans at home, if he would have got that goal in the back of the net, that would have officially made him the 5th all-time leading scorer in Eagles history. What a wonderful stat for a man who works very hard for what he has.
Another corner here from the Eagles. It sounds like they really want this ball high up in the air, giving some guys a good chance for some headers. We clearly bring a lot of people up. Only one player back for the team. It was a really nice corner right there, actually, but Warner was in the way. But really great height with some power there.
Great passing going on the right side of the field here. And Warner recovers in the backfield. Tries to be fancy with that passer, but it recovers by Picard. Hawkins mistouches the ball. One thing that's so interesting with soccer is that your touch is so vital to the way that you play the game. Beautiful pass here by Riley Bahalski. Not Bahalski, but Rhodes. Man, this is going to be a long season for me to figure this one out. And he gets a foul literally just about 3 feet away from the box.
Very dangerous. Right up front here. Now, this will be something that I think we're going to just see somebody probably take a shot. And normally, like you said, Hoffa's got the big foot. I don't actually think Hoffa's in right now. So I don't think he'll be taking it, but
wouldn't be surprised if we see a little bit of misdirection here. Maybe someone go up first and then maybe probably let Clint hit it in the back of the net here.
It looks like Coach might have had it worked out to where we're trusting some freshmen here on this kick, giving them a chance to show what they're made of.
I believe this will be an opportunity for, I think that's Chase Hawkins out there.
I mean, this is an extended PK right here. This is a great opportunity. Still
gets blocked by the wall here. Samuel Bergnon tries to get a reflection off it, but it doesn't go through.
Great opportunity there. Good attempt as well. Just couldn't get it above the wall, but you like to see some freshmen with the confidence to step up there, showing in practice that they've got the ability to make some of those free kicks, and Coach trusting them.
And speaking of freshmen, Angel Acosta checked into the game for Picard. As well for Devin Ingley from Gainesville, Florida, checks in for Warner.
With 7 minutes left in the game, it's looking not likely that the Eagles are going to be able to come away with a victory here, but what are some things that you think they should take away from this game, Al?
Well, we have very great young midfielders that have really huge potential. Another thing that you could probably take away here is that, one, we could still very much trust Clinton in the back line. But it does leave a lot of questions here, like who are we going to trust to put in the ball in the back of the net? As we talked about recently, we had really great forwards before, such as Lucas Sampaio and Riley Bahalski and Zach Kluver. And not just people who are really good at scoring, but people who are also really good to set up other people to score. Like we've had many opportunities where Zach Kluber's leadership and his abilities were able to set up guys like Riley Rhodes and even Riley Bahalski to get shots of their own. So right now, one big question that Coach Lewas could be asking for himself is, who is going to be my guy that I'm going to be able to trust to put the ball in the back of the net, not just consistently, but on a day-in and day-out basis?
Yeah, and I like what we've seen so far. We have a lot of shots this game. We have a lot of opportunities, just none of them in the back of the net yet. I mean, even right there, I'd love to see Angel put it towards the goal right there. I mean, not scared to take a shot, not scared to give it a rip. Just doesn't have the power and the placement that it needs, but not scared to give it a go.
Iago boots it towards middle field. Dakota gets a shoulder on it. And now Warner's off on the break.
It's nice to see that they haven't been down here in a while. I feel like we haven't looked this way in a little bit. Eagles have done a great job possessing so far, and again, just keeping the attack strong.
85 in the 85th minute of this contest. Long shot here, and it goes in! From just beyond the 18, Warner gets one more shot at the 85th minute to make this a 3-0 game.
Yeah, that makes the difference right there between the teams. We have been on the offense for a little bit, shot after shot after shot, and nothing's going in. We're not getting good power placement. And Warner just needed one chance. That's the difference between experience and knowing what you're doing. And it also seems like it was slightly deflected. And it also, I mean, it's kind of poor. Looks like Adam thought it was just wide of the net and kind of let it go by him. I mean, just things that we need to not allow, things that we have to get figured out. But the deflection you cannot control. I mean, you're supposed to put your foot out there. If it deflects in, so be it.
I believe that goal was by a freshman, Tanner Nillen. First goal of his ever career. And it's very interesting because now Warner has 6 goals total of the entire season. What a way to start off their 2021 season.
Yeah, that pretty much solidifies how this game is probably going to end up here. But Eagles are not backing down. You see the intensity is still there with great through balls and great opportunities.
And one thing that's great to know is that this story is definitely not the way that's going to be this game is definitely not the way that's going to be able to describe our season net. And Austin Brinkley is clearly offsides of that one, about a foot off the last defender's back. But Clint Peterson will receive the kick here. Gets it into the midfield. Sam Barragon gets it inside. A lot of contact there, but no whistle. Marin Kuplat with a beautiful dribble move to get the ball upfield. Sets up the striker, Austin Brinkley. Let's see what he can do here.
Showing off his speed right there for sure.
He gets it to the box. Guarded by our All-American here. Marin Kuplat gets it inside. He leads this team for assists last year, and beautiful shot on goal, right to get into the right side of the corner, but it misses.
Not too much power. Adam was in a great position right there. Had all the angles cut down, able to scoop that up nicely.
Heading into the 87th minute of this contest, the freshman from Ankline, Tennessee is going to get the throw in here. Tries to get it inside here for Riley Rhodes. And Diego, not Diego, but Diaglo. It's an opportunity to get another save here. A little bit of miscommunication in the back line here.
Big misstep right there. Keeper with a terrible touch, missing the ball there.
Trusty, all reliable Clint Peterson with a beautiful dribble move to fake out the striker. And a beautiful ball to put Cole Scott in a beautiful position to probably make something happen here. Over to Beardang. Back to Scott. He gets a cross into the middle. And nothing out of that opportunity. Only 2 minutes left to play in this game. Hey, Travis, do you have any takeaways from this game to talk about what you can see out of the future of this program?
I really see that these guys, a lot of these freshmen are coming in with big shoes to fill from guys that have worn the jerseys before. It's just going to be time spent. A lot of these guys, this was their first 45, 50, 60, 90, 80 minutes they've ever played on a college game. And so it's just going to be a learning experience on how the game is played, the pacing of it. They are looking solid even despite the 3-0 scoreline so far. And it's going to be a good season to see how they develop and grow. This can be a game that they might look back on later and think, man, if we played these guys later in the season, it might be a different outcome.
Yeah. And it's actually funny that you say that, because last year when we had a game, I believe it was our first game of the year was against a school like Faulkner. And they came here and it was a good game, and we saw a little bit of flashes of Riley Rhodes, but we ended up losing 5-2. But then we later went to Faulkner ourselves and beat them 2-1. So maybe you never know in a couple years, well, not a couple years, but a couple games down the season, once some of the guys get a couple more games under their feet and get their cleats broke, then they can see a different outcome later in the season. Because we might not play Warner, but we do play a bunch of teams in Warner's conference who are just as skilled as them. Skies it high here. And Travis, we almost got another souvenir that we could take home with us there, brother. Acosta tries to get the quick move to get past him, but to no avail. Clint Peterson playing on a little bit of the left side here. Boots one in. For Ampline, let's see if he can do something, but Luis Diaglo gets struck there by the freshman, but he continues his clean streak here.
They're playing aggressive. They're trying to get some possession, get some goals. You can also tell they're probably a little bit frustrated with how the score line went. After working so hard for a couple weeks, getting ready to go, coming out here, having a 3-0 score line is not what you're looking for, but they also really need to look at the positives here. I really like what I've seen from the team. I really like the abilities.
10 seconds left in this competition, and it looks like the team from Lake Wells, Florida, in the Sun Conference is going to get their first game of the year. Luis Diago gets a save, gets his first shutout of the year in his first start of his career. And the Warner Royals are going to walk away victorious. Travis, do you have any extra takeaways that the Eagles could do in order for them to look forward for the next competition?
Yeah, I mean, this game was a great time to be here again. I'm really glad the season has started up. It's great to be back out here in the late August time and ready to watch some soccer for a couple months to come. But these guys just need to look not at the 3-0 scoreline necessarily, but look at what they've learned. Look at the time that they've spent out here. See what they can learn and apply it in practice over the next couple weeks. I mean, they've got games coming up next weekend. They've got things going on quickly. So being able to apply this and think about it and put it into practice over the week while they're out here putting their time in is what they need to do and how Coach needs to approach this for sure.
Travis, one of Coach Lewass's goals, then when we discussed about it, is to go 500 over NAIA teams. We played 10 NAIA teams, and the first one was against a team like Warner. Didn't come away victorious here, but we played another NAIA team here, which is kind of like close to the D2, D3 level of soccer, which is very quality soccer, especially in the state of Florida. But we play another team, Louisiana College, next week. What do you think we have to do in order for Coach to maintain that goal?
Well, if Coach wants to be able to go 500 over NAIA teams, that conference is very strong, and then it's very strong in our area. So looking to maybe just pick up the things that you see from that type of team here. This is an NAIA school. They're very good. The pacing, the play, that would be something that Coach would need to look at and get in the guys' minds and get them focused on that and ready to go.
Thank you so much, Travis. And Travis, I'm not going to lie, brother, first time broadcasting with you. It's been a pleasure. It's going to be a long year this year, but trust me, we have some pretty great games that we're going to probably see here. Bob Jones is back here. Trinity Baptist is back here. And listen, man, we have probably the best seat in the house, unless when it gets pretty shaky. But other than that, man, we have a great season. Ladies and gentlemen, Alvin Chapman alongside with the two-time national champion, Travis Rose. We want to see you later and hope you guys have a blessed afternoon. Good night. Afternoon.